Hey Glory Seed. Today we're going to talk about something that's kind of hard to talk about sometimes. And I'm going to pray that God helps me not go in the wrong direction with this. But as a woman, right? And I can only speak from that perspective because I am a woman. So, when we go through things, when you go through abuse or you abuse someone else, or you're both abusive, and you get away, it is a very weird place to be. Because to the world, it's like, wow, she's doing so much better. She's doing this, she's doing that, she's sober. She's no longer being abused. And on the surface, everything is kosher. Everything is beautiful. And it is. And you're thankful to God. But there are so many cards that people don't see. Right? There are so many hands that have been played that are hard to let go of. And so in your healing, it can be easy. And there's information in abundance. There's advice, women, men telling you how to handle it. Fuck them, fuck that, fuck her, fuck him. It's your fault. No, it's their fault. And one thing that I've noticed is that it's just reliving and going through and replaying. And one thing that it does is it brings back things that shouldn't be brought back. Sometimes starting over can be hard. And I was like, God, why would you wipe everything from me? Until those little things I found that I did keep, that I was like, why am I doing this to myself? And I feel like God has been showing me that sometimes it can really feel like, man, God, you wiped me clean. You wiped me clean. And I guess it's kind of like, okay, when you're a little kid, you know, and you had to yell like, Mom, I'm done. When you yell for deliverance and you're done doing what you were doing, your mom comes in there to help you wipe. When you're really bitty, right? And if she didn't wipe you clean, you'd be walking around with shit on you, quite literally. This is weird. I didn't see this go in this direction, but it's true. And I've been feeling like God wiped me clean. Like, it doesn't feel just like a fresh start. Some days it feels like everything got destroyed and taken away from me. And it did. And some people don't like to face that some of that is consequences of my own actions. And some of it is God refusing to allow anything to keep me anchored to hell. Now, that can seem harsh. I don't have kids, so that wasn't what I'm talking about. So if you have kids and you're like, I'm not telling you to leave your kids. I'm not telling you not to leave your kids. I'm not telling you what to do. And that's kind of my whole point of this video, is that when we allow people to tell us what to do, we're removing that place for God. That place that God is begging. I mean, he is basically begging to be able to speak into. And I know it can feel like I don't have time for that right now. You know, I'm trying to figure out how to take care of me. I'm trying to figure out how to make this money. I'm trying to figure out how to pay these bills. I'm trying to figure out how to take care of these dogs or these children if you did take them with you. And trying to figure out, where am I going next? What is the next thing I'm supposed to be doing? And if you're staying at someone's house, am I doing this right? Am I helping them enough? Am I engaging? There's a lot at play here, right? And it's so easy to push God to the side and say, I'll get to this here in a minute. All of those things, all of those factors fall into place when you start to put him first. My cousin Mark, after church, he was like, how do you know how to prioritize the things of God, right? Because we just give, like, you know, me, he's like, I want a brand new Jeep. And that's wicked of me, because I'm focused on the things. And I was like, why is that wicked of you to want something? Now, if you want it more than you want God, and you're willing to do anything, including screw or deny your God and what he's leading you to, how is you wanting a new Jeep wicked? And I would be afraid. I would pray for things, and I would say, God, if you will give me this, use it to give you glory. Don't let me use it unless you get the glory out of it, right? I'm like, hold on, some things are making sense. Okay, but anyways, and I was like, Mark, I think that it's more about the priority, right? Because he had mentioned prioritizing the things of God. I think it's more about prioritizing God than it is even the things of God. Prioritizing him, allowing him to be in everything that you do, and all things that you do as unto the Lord. Even if it's taking a shopping cart and putting it back where it goes instead of leaving it out to hit another vehicle. If we do everything as we do as unto the Lord, then we would do it as if, okay, if the Lord was standing here and this was his cart or that was his vehicle that it would have hit, it just makes everything a little bit deeper. But I think that it would be even deeper than that. Like going to God and saying, do you want me to put this cart up? Or do you want this cart to hit someone's truck? Is this going to be a lesson, or is this something that someone else prayed for? Is it, instead of assuming that we always know what the will of the Father is, I would say prioritize him. Prioritize his voice, getting to know his voice. Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening. Until you hear him. And you'll know when you hear him. People are like, how do I know if it's the voice of God? You'll know. You'll know. It can be hard, and you're gonna, at first, if you haven't heard the voice of the Lord, at first it's gonna be like, this could be him, and it could be not. But he'll eventually let you know. He'll show his face. He'll reveal himself if you're truly searching, if you're truly searching and seeking him. He will show his face and his voice. He will speak to you, and he hears you. Okay, so if you're struggling today, if you're overwhelmed, if you're just like, I have added way too much to my table, but I have to in order to pay for the table. I have to. Or if you're struggling with going back to your old ways, the old ways of doing things and making money and quicker, riskier. We can really convince ourselves that God is okay with things that destroy his children. And so if anything that you do can lead to that, I would just suggest going to God and asking him and allowing him to really speak into that. I'm not saying what you're doing is wrong. I'm not saying what we did, is wrong. But I'm saying prioritize his voice. Prioritize seeking to know his voice, to hear his voice, and to follow that voice. And every time you try, a righteous man falls down 7 times but stands up 8, right? Because the Lord will make you stand. Every time he sees you fall and get back up, how do you think you got back up? Do you think you got yourself back up? The joy of the Lord is our strength. Why? Because every time you fall down, there is something in us that we are, in a way, forced, or if it's before we're forced, if after we've fallen down, we're like, oh, I must have gotten my eyes off the Lord. Whatever it is. Once you turn and put your eyes back onto the Lord and seeking him, he will give you the strength to stand up, because the joy of the Lord is our strength. Every time you return to the Lord, he rejoices. And he will make you stand. And he will make it a perfect stand. You will be able to stand before God one day, when everybody else is bowing down to him because they refused to do that in the land of the living. Okay? You will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. In Jesus' name. Don't give up. Don't get bitter. You'll go through bitterness, but just ask the Lord. Seek the Lord. while he may be found.